Well, hello, everybody. I am Constance Arnold here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here with the lovely Carla Cargill, all the way from Houston, Texas. And we are the Talking Pearls. And today we are excited to come and talk to you about how to never use the B word again. And Carla, we're going to be emphasizing vision boards, imagination, and visualization. So how you doing over there in Houston, Carla?
I am excited and I'm happy to be here today. And, we're the Talking Pearls, and we're going to leave it at that. But some people will know what that means.
Right. Well, you came up with a brilliant idea. Carla has over 28 years, am I correct? In the financial industry. She knows about wealth, abundance, wealth empowerment, and money. And, I have 30 years as a counselor, therapist, helping people to develop their subconscious mind and different ways of thinking. And the whole bottom line is to really teach you how to tap into universal laws that are available to everybody, Carla.
That's right.
So we're teaching people how to never use the B word. And we ain't talking about the word that y'all thinking about. We're talking about broke. And
Bro,
today
never
we're
say it again.
emphasizing, yeah, and people really need to hear this, Carla, now, during these pandemic times. It's something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Constance, it's just it's such a blessing for us to be here together because we've talked about it, I think, off air, but we believe that we are truly operating in God's purpose and timing. And so just to come together and let ourselves be channels and vessels just to speak and empower people to stop using the B word broke and to lift themselves up to be able to understand the power of I am. That's what we talked about in our previous presentation. And today you're going to lead us, and we're going to talk about the imagination and visualization. So this is exciting. I hope everyone leans in.
Yeah.
To visualize and learn this process if they haven't already implemented. So I'm just excited. Let's get it done.
Right. This is just one of my favorite subjects. And, here you have Carla and I with almost 50 years, 60 years of experience that we want to share with you. I heard somebody say that a coach can tell you in maybe 1 hour what it took her or him 20 years. So we're giving you very seasoned, sage revelation that you can take and implement it in your own life. So today we're going to talk about vision boards, visualization, and imagination. This is one of my favorite subjects because, especially now, Carla, there are so many visions of what's happening in the world. And I believe that for a lot of you who may be watching this, that possibly the pandemic has really blurred your vision for your own life. I know we all were just so engrossed in what was happening, and including Carla and I, but we want you to learn how to develop a vision for your own life. And so the Bible talks about to really make the vision plain for your life. What is your vision for yourself? In all areas, with your weight, with your money, with your children, with your career, and what role does imagination and visualization play? So imagination, I think it was Einstein who said it, is a preview of life's coming events. And so we think in pictures. If I say, wow, I'm getting ready to eat a really big, long, yellow banana, and it still has the label from Whole Foods on it, in your mind you begin to picture that because we think in pictures. And now here's the banana.
Right.
So my question is, what have you been thinking in your mind? Even in the Bible, it says that whatever you imagine will not be withheld from you. Just think about that. And we also know that whatever your dominant picture or movie is in your mind about your life, but that's being like tattooed on your subconscious. So we're going to teach you about the imagination. It is magical. It is always in present tense. And it is one of the most powerful things that you can really begin to implement in your life. So Carla, you want to say something right here?
Well, I'm just leaning in and I'm listening.
And you know, and so we're going to talk about vision boards and why is that important. You know, in 2007, when the movie The Secret came out, everybody, Carla, was getting into vision boards. They were talking about getting a vision board, and that's really, really important that you do that, because it ignites the passion in you. It helps you to clearly see a vision. This is what I want for my children. This is what I want for desire for myself. I don't like the word want. This is what I desire, the kind of car and house that I want to have, and the kind of abundant and purposeful life that I desire. So when you have an imagination, it makes you passionate, it's magical, and you become one with God. Somebody said, never Goddard said that really God is imagination. So when you are imagining or visualizing, you're using that spirit part of your being in order to bring into your life what you desire. And so, go ahead, Carla.
Well, what I was going to say to that is that is definitely a good way to say that, because when you think about our relationship with God and our oneness with God, it's important that we recognize that God shows up in our thoughts. You know, the visions that we have, the purpose that we've been given. So it comes in our thoughts first, our mind. And so the vision board is just a way for us to manifest from in our minds and put it out there into the universe, so that the manifestation process will be solidified. And so I just wanted to add that as you are.
Oh, boy, you're so profound in your speaking, you know, because really, ladies and gentlemen, your life is just an outpicturing on the outside of what you've been thinking, feeling, and believing. And so what we're going to do today is to teach you really how to, first of all, make a vision board, and then, you know, what is a vision board, and then how you can take that vision off the board and begin to implement in your life. And so I had a big contract with the state of Georgia, Carla. I traveled all over and probably trained about 10,000 people across the state of Georgia. And one of the main activities that I performed was I had each group, I would be with the group for a whole week to create a vision board. And it's so interesting, Carla, because I had all the magazines and I would turn on just like some real low jazz music, and something would happen in that room. And I realized that the atmosphere literally began to change because people were dreaming again.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting that new vision again. They were moving from hopelessness to hope. I can have this. They were beginning to get faith on the inside, and it never shocked me that this is what happened in those rooms. And so I believe that visualization and doing vision boards is very spiritual.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going inside and making it happen. So Carla, tell us what you know about vision boards, and have you ever had one, and how did they work for you?
Well, actually, you know, I pulled mine out when we, you know, we talked about what we were going to discuss today. And I said, well, let me pull my vision board out. It's not per se a board as it is, you know, I have, you know, papers, but it's still the same concept. And basically, what I realized, this was done 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, and I still have it, okay? And the thing is, what I realized for my vision board, and I think it's important for everyone to really understand that your vision board should really be your vision. And what I mean by that is it should be something that is a part of you. It's a part of your heart space, your passion, your soul, your purpose. And when I went back and looked at mine, I actually realized that those things that are on my vision board that were truly a part of my heart space, a part of my true passion, those thus far overall have come true and they have manifested. And then there are some on here actually, so people won't think that if they do a vision board and sometimes it might not happen. There are some on my vision board that have not happened. And I realized that for me, they did not happen because they really were not a part of my passion, my
Wow.
heart space. They are on the vision board because overall, because of my professional career and certain aspects of my life, that I felt that it was just something that should be there because it's a part of the industry, you know, certain certifications and et cetera and et cetera. But in looking back at that, I realized that they were not manifested because they really were not really important to me, certain things that are here. So what really was important to me and still is important to me, those have manifested and they have manifested. And then as you look forward, you realize 20 years ago for myself, that the person I was in my 30s, even though life was good then, you evolve.
Yeah.
And with that, so that means that for me, I realized that I'm going to do another vision board. And so, since I haven't done it again done one in 20 years, then you know the person that I am today, a lot of certain aspects of who I am, and I've grown more confident in certain areas and become more of an expert in certain areas and have certain other desires and visions that and purpose that I believe that God is called and purposed me to fulfill, then that enables me to make some adjustments, some additions and subtractions. So I think it's a great exercise. So it's not as though that when you do our vision board or your vision board that it's just, okay, we're doing it and I'm going to do it for life. You know, revisit it and allow yourself to truly connect with it and understand that the visions that you really want to put on your vision board are yours. You know, a lot of us have people in our lives that tell us what they want us to be and what they want us to have and where they, you know, all of that. And that might not really be what your true vision is for yourself. So I encourage you to truly take the time and connect with God, the oneness in God, your spirit, your total being and your person, and allow all of that to culminate and then create that vision board. And then I believe that you really will truly be inspired and actually excited with what you see.
Oh, that's so good, you know. And, you know, what you just shared, Carla, is that, you know, when she did her vision board, it took her away from any vibration of broke, not enough, or lack. And so, since we are talking about, you know, never speak or live in the vibration of the B word again, that visions and pictures and images are so powerful that it fills your mind. And science says that when we see a vision repeatedly, you know, that our brain begins to adapt and that it begins to search for ways for us to get that banana that still has the label on it, if that's what you're still looking at. So what we're talking about is moving you away from the vibration of lack, not enough, being broke, and scarcity. And so it's really simple. You know, just sit down. You can sit down with your kids. Children love this, and just find all kinds of magazines and just pick out, choose words and or pictures in all the areas of your life. Where do you want to travel? Where do you want to live? What kind of car do you want to drive? You know, what do you want your health to look like? Recreational, you know, what do you want to do, etc. And so you just find the pictures. And I tell people, Carla, you can't do it in one sitting, but just begin. and you can continually add to it. Some people have a vision board for health, they have a vision board for wealth. And so however you want to flow, just get a vision of what you want. Then you paste it on the board and you hang it in a place that you really frequently, so you can frequently see it. Some people have it over their mirrors, in their office, in the bathroom, whatever works for you. And then when you see the vision board, let's just say you want to take the kids to Disney World, you got a picture of a Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and I think they're social distancing now, Carla. They can't get close to the kids. And every time you see that, you may say, I'm so happy and grateful that that's mine now. Or thank you, God, that that's mine. All right? And so that's just the way you do it. But let me share with you 2 ways that I did it. Way back when, I wanted a Mercedes. And I didn't have the Mercedes money, Carla. And I didn't have the credit. But I'm like, how can I get this? And so my point here is, when you do your vision board, don't do it so extravagant that your subconscious will not believe that you can have that. For example, if you're working like a minimum wage job, been there and done that, you may want to start with, I want an extra $500 a month or extra $1,000 a month for me and my family. And then you gradually increase your consciousness, and then you make a bigger board for, millions of dollars, etc. But I knew that I did not have the money nor the credit. I went into that Mercedes dealers and they just laughed at me. Miss Arnold, you must, what you doing in here? Like, girl, get out of here. But I'm like, it was on my vision board, Carla, but that wasn't enough for me. How could I take the picture off of that vision board and put it in my heart, get it on the inside of me? So what I did was, I said, I know, I can buy a Mercedes keychain. So I bought a Mercedes keychain and I bought a Mercedes driver's tag. That's all I could afford. I was driving a Toyota Corolla, love Toyotas.
You put that on your Toyota?
No, I had it in I had a 5-speed car, and every time I would shift into first gear, I hit it. I hit the license plate with my hand, and I said, that's mine. And so I put the keychain on my Corolla key. And so every time I touched that key, I said, I'm going to be driving a Mercedes soon. Now, it took me a year to really get in that place of it's in my heart and to get my credit straightened out. But that's an example of how you take it off of the vision board and put it into your heart. So I don't want anyone to think that, oh, it's not happening for me. Take incremental steps to begin to move toward your goals on that vision page. And one other one, Carla, I said, man, I want to stay at the Ritz-Carlton. Y'all know if you stay at the Ritz-Carlton, that's $300, $400, $500. So my mentor said, well, just go and have a cup of tea. Go and sit in the lobby and have a cup of tea. I'm like, I can do that. So valet parking, this 30 years ago, valet parking was like $20. I got it. And then tea was like $10. I'm like, this little thing of tea is $10? But what was I doing? I was taking it off of my vision board and putting it in my heart, actually putting myself in the atmosphere, in the vibration of abundance. And I was sitting there for 2 or 3 hours, Carla, and I said, one day I'll be able to stay here. And so for everybody watching this, do the same with your family. Maybe you want to go to Disney World. Start looking at what rides are your children going to ride? What hotels will you be staying in? Take it off of the board and put it in your heart with any little small thing that you can think about in order to get it on the inside of you.
Well, that's interesting, and that actually is, when I was sitting here listening to you, I said, wow, that was quite a manifestation process that you actually interjected into your life. And I believe that from what you said, that Ritz-Carlton, I love that. Just go have a cup of tea. And
Yeah.
the Mercedes, you got the Mercedes keychain. You know, actually on my vision board, I had a Mercedes on mine, and I've had a Mercedes as well. I guess we both viewed Mercedes as a transportation that represented success. But again, for each person, their vision should be whatever is passionate to them. But as you were talking, and I wrote a couple of notes. For me, with my vision board, and I actually have a vision board for each thing too, health and money and relationships and, you know, just life in general. And intention, that word came to me, intention, because I want the intention of, when you talk about what it is that you want your vision to be, then your intentions, the way that you approach life, the way that you make decisions, the way that you think about what it is that you're doing, and like you said, where you're going. You went and had tea at the Ritz-Carlton because your intention was to stay at the Ritz-Carlton. Your intention was to, your goal was, and your vision was to have a Mercedes. So you followed that through with intentions of buying a Mercedes keychain and a Mercedes license plate bracket. So, you know, intentions are important, but I want to also emphasize with that your intentions, like you said, you know, you want to intend and have visions that truly are a part of what is logical. And I don't know if that's the best word, but
yeah,
logical for you, because, you know, for me, for example, I could say, oh, I have a vision of becoming a world-renowned opera singer. Now, I can sing, but, you know, I don't think that my gift is being an opera singer. So my point is that, you know, I think that all of that becomes aligned with understanding who you are, what your purpose is, how God's presence is operating in you and through you, and that will help you to truly have those visions that will manifest what it is that you've already seen in your mind. And that vision enables you to, and the vision board, I should say, enables you to take what you've already seen in your mind and make it reality. And something that I've also done with my vision, and we've talked about it earlier, actually, in a couple of presentations prior, are affirmations. So, if, you know, I have visions, my vision board, and then what I did was I would write an affirmation to support the manifestation of the vision.
Give us an example of that.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, I don't have any of them right here with me, and some of them are quite personal. So, but for example, if I wanted to own a business, and I do have my own business, so if it's a part of the vision board, then I would say, I am a business owner, and I'm a successful business owner, and I'm respected in the community, and I take good care of my clients, and I operate with integrity. You know, all of that could have been the vision, or excuse me, the affirmation for the vision before it even happened.
Yeah, so attached to the vision.
Yeah, so I attach that affirmation to the vision, and then that, for me, because everybody ultimately, you know, kind of has their own style, that for me helped me to truly connect with the manifestation of that mind vision, to the board vision, to the true life living of that vision.
Only you would say something that profound, and that's exactly what it is. You know, because what Carla said is you're intentional when you cut out the pictures and put it on your vision board. This is what I truly desire. You're intentional when you take the time to sit. They say it just takes 3 to 5 minutes to really begin penetrating your subconscious with a new image. And so are you going to do to continually move away from that whole broke vibration, you know, the whole lack, scarcity, and not enough? You know, from one of our last videos when you talked about always think on plenty, that has always been on my mind. So you're going to take your iPhone, and set the timer for 5 minutes. And you're just going to spend time in your mind on, like I did, about staying at the Ritz-Carlton. You're going to take 5 minutes, put it in your mind about your new career, your new office that has a window, and how it's only 15 minutes from your house. What are you doing? You're taking the vision from the picture, but you're putting it and internalizing it on the inside. And you don't have to know how, but when your subconscious really becomes tattooed with that new vision from your vision board, you'll begin to get ideas, how-tos, stuff that you're searching about your career will just be in your email. That's happened to all of us, Carla, because the whole universe is conspiring to get what you truly desire. Because remember, your subconscious does not know the difference between a lie and truth. And if your dominant vision and image is, that's my new office, that's my new career, 15 minutes from my house, eventually you're going to have a new career 15 minutes from your house with a window in your office.
You know, as you said that, because you asked me to share some of my affirmation. So now that as I listened to you, also I had an affirmation, and part of my vision was to work a certain number of hours in, say, my speaking career, and then a certain number of hours in being, of course, my advisory career and investments and financial services. And so as I continue to evolve, I see really that all is truly fallen into shape. And so because I intended it, I made choices that enabled it to happen. I envisioned it, I put it down and put it on my vision board. So yes, they do work. And then, you know, vision board for a house, vision boards for relationships. You know, I wrote an affirmation on the relationship that I wanted to have, how that person should be, how I should be in the relationship. You know, so all of that is not just about just putting something out there, but we have to make sure that when we are having these vision boards and these intentions, that also we have to be ready for what it is, you know, yeah. So, you know, like I have a vision, I still have a vision for my dream house, which I live in. I'm blessed to live in a beautiful home now. And, but the thing is, of course, you know, we all have dreams to have certain things in that house that you don't have. And so I've designed that dream home. But the thing is that one day I believe that it shall manifest, but you know what? It has not manifested yet, because I think if it had manifested 5 years ago, then I probably would not have been ready in the sense of my being as a person, my wisdom level, my humility level, you know, all of that. Really, I think all that plays a role. So we have to make sure that our intentions, our vision board, and all of that is in alignment. You know, I like that divine alignment.
Yeah, I love that.
Is in alignment with who we are, and it has to be in the timing of what I call divine timing.
That's good. So really, when you're visualizing and using your imagination, you become one with the thing. You become in harmony with what you desire. You know, I was in harmony with that Mercedes. I didn't know how. I didn't have the down payment. But guess what? I just continually to visualize, and then more money came into me. I got my credit straightened out, and at the right time, they delivered it to my home. And everything that I've ever manifested, I'm talking to, listen, it doesn't matter what your current situation is, whether you're furloughed, what country you're in, all success is inside out. You are a powerful creator. Your imagination is powerful. Just take the time every day. And like Carla so eloquently said, intentionally decide what you want. with the images that you have on the vision board, and then become one with them in your spirit and in your soul. And over time, that manifestation will happen in your life.
And so it is.
And so it is. All of those images move you away from broke, not enough, scarcity, because you can see it in your mind. You don't have to know how, but it will manifest.
And I'd just like to add one more thing to that, is that, as you said, we're moving away from that broke, and visions should be, of course, ones that are good visions, visions of hope and visions of loveliness and visions of greatness. And it's just important to make sure that we surround ourselves in environments, in our mind, in our actual living spaces, in our communities, that truly promote the vision and the type of vision and manifestation that you truly want for your life. And that means that, sometimes you can't control per se what the neighborhood might look like, or even maybe some of the persons in your life, but you can control what you take in your thoughts, in your energy. So making sure that your visions, the images around you, you allow and hope that those will also promote what it is that your intentions are and your vision board represents.
Something else just came to my mind. I was coaching a young lady, and she had just gotten her GED, and she was like, Miss Constance, she said, I live in the hood. But I said, and I live in Section 8 housing. That's the way, I'm just being honest. But she said she made a decision. I'm going to make my house a mansion. And her house was so beautiful with the money that she said, I can only go to the dollar store. I say, honey, go to the dollar store and make it beautiful. And when you're in there, begin to imagine, what will your new apartment be like? What side of town would you like to live in? And what new school will your children be going to? This young lady,
powerful.
She began, her house was like a little, her own castle. She would go in there, her sanctuary, and visualize it and see it. She began to get raises. Now she owns a cleaning company that really cleans all of the apartments on the certain side of town. She's a multi-millionaire, and she started right where she was. That's what I'm saying to all of you. Just start where you are.
Yes.
I tell you what, because the vision will become so big on the inside of you, you will automatically expand and really create the miraculous. That's the power of imagination.
That's right, because the world around you will have to grow bigger in order to receive what it is that's come.
That's powerful. This has been so good. I felt like I did all of the talking, but
oh no, everything that was said that needed to be said and should have been said, and we are a team. We're the Talking Pearls, and just being here together, we support one another and make sure that whatever needs to be shared for that, whatever that message is, comes forth.
Yeah. And I want to say about Carla, she may not say it about herself. She is really smart and has just sage wisdom about money, wealth, and abundance. And you need to visit her at thefinancialtruth.com. And boy, would you love to have somebody on your side who could really give you insights. Y'all hear the thunder, who could give you insight and revelation, just about, stock markets and stuff like that. She is the one for you. And of course, I've been doing counseling and coaching, and I help you to create wealth from the inside out and give you specific strategies that move you from where you are to where you desire to be. So I want you to watch this video over and over and over again. Take notes. Share this video with your friends. If this video is a blessing to you, maybe your friends or your coworkers or your family would love to hear it, and just share it on your social media timelines. We're just honored and blessed to come to you today. We believe that after watching this, that you're going to be radically changed from the inside out. And Carla, is that it?
Well, I have to toot your horn. Now, you got to let me toot
Okay.
it because, actually there's a video out. And I won't say what it is because I don't think that would be appropriate. But when I watched it, I thought, Constance has talked to all these people. So,
Yeah.
She has her radio show is, help me.
Think, Believe, and Manifest.
Think, Believe, and Manifest. Yes, because I was thinking of fulfillingyourpurpose.com. That is your book and your counseling and coaching, fulfillingyourpurpose.com, and then the radio show, Think, Believe, and Manifest. But I'm sure most of you have heard of The Secret, and, a lot of the people on The Secret, Constance has interviewed them and shared with them, and I told her that, one day when we see the next something like The Secret, we know that she has the ability and the power just to be a part of that and to be the narrator and moderator. So we both are blessed to be a part of this collaboration. We believe that we have been divinely selected and appointed to work together to share all of this great, powerful information to you. So we want you to click, like, and share.
Yes.
And we want you to share with your family, your community, and become a part of our communities. And we do have thetalkingpearls.com. Become a part of that community as well, because we want to affect positive change throughout the universe. And we need your support in order for that to happen.
Sure do. Everybody make a decision to create a miraculous day. We'll see you next time.